students, welcome to Edupedia Word Videos. My topic for the presentation is 8th section of the chapter Anatomy of Flowering Plants. In this section of the video, we will discuss about the dicot leaf. Students, for better understanding of tissue organization of root, stem and leaves, it is always convenient to study the transverse section of the mature zones of these organs. So that's why we will study the TS, that is transverse section of the dicot leaf. Okay. So leaves, they are oriented horizontally with distinct upper and the lower surface because of unequal illumination on two sides. Okay. So this is dorsiventral leaf. It is also called as bifacial leaf, students. This is the transverse section of the dicot leaf. See, the vertical section of a dorsiventral leaf, through the lamina, it shows three main parts, namely epidermis, which is also called as upper or adaxial epidermis. They are tightly packed parenchymatous cells with no chloroplast in it. Okay, and it has cuticle in it, which is a waxy substance. So it, or you can say that this leaf, it has a conspicuous cuticle. And then comes stomata is generally absent in adaxial epidermis. Now comes lower, or it is also called as abaxial epidermis. They are tightly packed parenchymatous cells with no chloroplast, or it is seen that some of the chloroplast is present in few cells. Okay, and it is covered with cuticle just like adaxial epidermis. Okay, so at each stoma there is a substomatal chamber, which we call it as, or this is the substomatal chamber between upper and the lower epidermis photosynthetic tissue, which is called as mesophyll. So these are mesophyll, students. Okay, they are tightly packed, they are elongated cells with abundant chloroplast in it, and this is called as palisade mesophyll. And these cells, they are called as spongy mesophyll. Okay, and they are loosely arranged intercellular spaces chloroplast, and this is called as spongy mesophyll. So the tightly packed elongated cells, they are called as palisade mesophyll, and they have abundant chloroplast in it. On contrary to it, spongy mesophyll, they are loosely arranged, they have ample intercellular spaces, and hence they have little chloroplast as compared to palisade mesophyll. Okay, so let's look at the vein or vascular bundle right in the center, and this is this. So this is xylem, which is denoted by this pink color, and this blue color is representing the phloem. Okay, and this is conjoined collateral closed type, because cambium is not present, that's why this vascular bundle is of conjoined collateral closed type. Okay, see, this is xylem and this is phloem, but no cambium, and this is the bundle sheet cell. Now let's see the transverse section of dicot leaf. See, this is the adaxial epidermis, and this is abaxial epidermis. This is palisade mesophyll, and this is a spongy mesophyll, and this is the vascular bundle inside bundle sheet cells. Okay, and this is the cuticle that prevents leaf from other infections, you can say. And it is upper epidermis. This is palisade mesophyll, this is a spongy mesophyll, this is xylem, this is phloem, and the vascular bundle is of conjoined collateral closed type, and this is lower epidermis, which is also called as abaxial epidermis, and it also has a cuticle layer, and this is the stomatal aperture, and these two are the guard cells which are present in the abaxial or lower epidermis. Okay, and this is the stomatal aperture. Now we'll talk about the anatomy of monocot leaf. Monocot leaf, they are also called as isobilateral leaf. The anatomy of isobilateral leaf is similar to that of dorsiventral leaf, that is dicot leaf, in many ways. It shows little differences. We'll see, as I told you, that for better understanding of root, stem and leaf, it is always better or convenient to study the transverse section of mature zones of these organs. So that's why we have taken the transverse section of the monocot leaf. Monocot leaf are also called as isobilateral leaf. Okay, leaves, they are oriented in such a way that both surfaces of the leaf, they are equally exposed to sunlight, and it possesses uniform upper and lower surface. Okay, so this is isobilateral leaf. It is also called as equifacial leaf. This is the transverse section of monocot leaf, students. See, this is the upper or adaxial epidermis, and this is the lower or abaxial epidermis, and it has substomatal chamber, which is this, and stomata are present on both the surfaces of the epidermis, and the mesophyll is not differentiated into spongy and palisade parenchyma. Let's see. So this is tightly packed cells with no chloroplast, but it has uh, both the surfaces that show stomata. Okay, and this is the cuticle, which is a waxy substance and that prevents excess transpiration and production. Okay, in grasses, modified adaxial epidermal cells has bulliform cells. These bulliform cells, they are large, they are empty, and they are colorless cells. When the bulliform cells in the leaf have absorbed water and are turgid, the leaf surface is exposed. When they are flaccid, due to the water stress, they make the leaf curl inward to minimize the water loss. Okay, so when turgid, leaf exposed. When flaccid, the leaf curls. Between the upper and the lower epidermis, this is a spongy mesophyll. So you can say that mesophyll is not differentiated into palisade and spongy parenchyma. Okay, and this is the vascular bundle, or it is the vein, wherein this is conjoined collateral closed type. See, this is the xylem, this is the phloem, and this is the bundle sheet cells. Let's take a closer look of a transverse section of a monocot leaf. Once again, this is cuticle, this is upper epidermis, this is bulliform cells. In grasses, certain adaxial epidermal cells along with the veins modify themselves into large, empty and colorless cells, and these are called as bulliform cells. Okay, and this is a spongy mesophyll, because the mesophyll in case of monocot leaf, it is not differentiated into palisade and spongy parenchyma. This is xylem, this is phloem, and this is the lower epidermis, and this is cuticle, and this is stomata, and these are the guard cells, and this entire part is called as substomatal aperture. Okay, or chamber. Now let's see the anatomical difference between the two types of the leaf. See, this is the transverse section of dicot leaf, this is the transverse section of monocot leaf. So this is dorsiventral, this is called as isobilateral. Dicot leaf, it has hypostomatous, that means it has substomatal chamber, whereas in monocot leaf, it is present on both the sides, that's why it is called as amphistomatous. The guard cells, as you can see, these are the guard cells, they are kidney shaped, and in case of monocot leaf, it is dumbbell shaped. The bulliform cells are not found in dicot leaf, whereas bulliform is a characteristic of monocot leaf, as you can see this. And mesophyll cells are present in the form of palisade and spongy in case of dicot leaf, whereas in monocot leaf, mesophyll is in the form of spongy. So this was all about it. In my next section of the presentation, that is ninth section, we will study about the secondary growth, vascular cambium and activity of cambial rim. So till then, stay tuned and keep watching Edupedia Word videos. Thank you.